Hello and welcome back. In this session, we're going to talk about a really important part of your studies. The one thing that if you don't do it, you'll fail your certification exam, and that is keeping going. I'm quite fortunate in that I tend to have a never give up attitude. If I want to achieve something, I'll move mountains to do it. I'll get up early, go to bed late, and push beyond what I think is possible. I like to think that I'm determined and driven. My wife thinks I'm stubborn and hard-headed. I guess it depends on the situation. When you commit to studying for a certification, I want you to truly commit. Don't half-arse it and only give 50%. You have to give it 100%. If you're not going to give it everything you've got to pass in that certification exam, then what's the point of even trying or studying? You might as well be watching Netflix or wasting your time in another way. As Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. So let's take the next few minutes while I explain why keeping going is important and has massive benefits. First of all, the compound effect. I learnt this effect from a book by Darren Hardy called The Compound Effect. The compound effect is the result of small consistent actions taken over time that accumulate into significant results. Think of it as an investment into your future. Every hour you spend studying, every practice question you complete might not seem like a big deal on its own, but over time, those efforts will compound into substantial progress. It's about getting a little bit better every single day. If you do that for a year, you'll be amazed by the results. For example, if you were to study for 30 minutes every day for a year, that would accumulate to over 180 hours of study time. That's more than a month of full-time work. This consistent, sustained effort will give you a better grasp of the material, it'll increase your confidence and significantly boost your chances of passing the exam. Consistency is key. When you're studying, make sure you're doing it every single day, even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes. There will be days when you can't, and don't feel bad when that happens. Just make sure that you get back on track as soon as you can. One of the key things about building consistency is maintaining your mindset. I've mentioned a few times in this course about the various techniques that you can use to help build and maintain that positive mindset, but let's dive into them a little more. The first thing that you need to get clear on is your why. Clarity creates purpose, which creates drive and motivation. So when you're deciding what you want to study, make sure you build enough reasons why, and there's no bad reasons. We're all motivated by different things. It may be that you're motivated by money, so you want to earn more. It might be that you're motivated by being able to help others and having the knowledge to make sure you do a better job. It might even be that you're motivated by significance and you know that achieving this certification will raise your profile. For me, my biggest motivator is when someone tells me that I'm not capable of doing something. When I was trying to enter the Salesforce ecosystem, I spoke to a few recruiters at some well-known recruitment agencies and a number of the training providers that you see dotted around. These are the guys who train you up and then place you in a role for a set amount of time. All of them told me I wasn't a great candidate. I didn't have the experience, I didn't have a degree, and that they wasn't sure that Salesforce was right for me. Well, I can't tell you how much of a fire that ignited in me. If there's one key belief that I hold, it's that anyone is capable of anything given the right circumstance, training, skills, motivation and opportunity. So once I heard that, I knew what I was going to do. It gave me my why. I already had other whys such as money, career change, providing for my family, but that was what really set me off, and it was like rocket fuel. It is possible to have multiple whys, and I would really recommend that you take the time to build these reasons and to build as many as possible. If you can, write them down on a piece of paper that you can leave within easy reach. When times get tough, which they will, and you will feel like you've hit a brick wall with your studies, take a break and read through your reasons why. Really read them, feel them and relive them. I've also mentioned previously that you should put yourself in peak state before and after your study sessions. That is a really important aspect of studying. It helps build those positive associations with studying so that you never dread it. We all know that studying isn't the most fun or motivating thing to do. So by making sure that you're always in a good mood when you start and finish your sessions, you can avoid that feeling. Don't forget to celebrate when you complete a study session too. Another great tactic is to create small, manageable goals. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and demotivated when all you have in mind is the peak of the mountain, the summit. You know that it's going to be tough to get there and it's going to take a lot of time and effort. Break it down into milestones and set small monthly, weekly, and even daily goals so that you can celebrate your accomplishments regularly. This can be as small as completely understanding a concept or a feature, maybe something like build out lead assignment rules and create a flow chart of the process. What this does is it gives you consistent wins, a consistent reinforcement that you're making progress, and this is what you need to build momentum. A journey of 1,000 steps starts with a single one, and you need to focus on putting one foot in front of the other every single day. This is how progress is made, and it's how winning is done. You keep moving forward. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy, or that you're not going to have bad days, but I will tell you that if you keep going, you keep reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and you keep getting those little wins, you'll get the big win, and you will achieve your certification.